Hey everybody. So I
Alrighty.
have my good friend Santi here, and we are both involved with ANF, neurofrequency. And I asked him to come and help me because explain a little bit about ANF and help get the word out there a bit. So thank you for taking a few minutes to join me.
Yeah,
So
this is awesome. Thanks, Heather.
how do you explain how these discs work to people?
Well, I usually, anybody that knows me, I like to keep things simple, whether it's my students or patients or people like that. And I always try to keep it as, I try to explain it let's say if it's a electrician that I'm treating for back pain or something like that, then I try to put into context something that they do. If it's somebody that, let's say, does sports, then I'll try to explain it into those terms. But in general, what I usually do is that I explain to them that just like we can, our phones can capture frequencies that we don't see, um, and we can communicate to other people through our phones, video like we're doing right now. Um, our bodies, our cells, that's how they communicate. They communicate with little electrical or biological frequencies. So I say this is how they communicate to each other, and our network is our nervous system. And they're usually like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, basically, you're a human, but really, as we kind of like look inside, you're just a blob of cells, and all these little cells specialize in different areas. Some are a liver, and some are skin, but all these cells have to work together in this ecosystem that is called a human. So they're like, oh, okay, I see. So that's usually how when people ask me, I try to not to go into so much of the biochemistry or anything. And when they try to say, well, that's not how it works, show me the evidence. I'm like, well, I mean, it's there. How do you measure somebody's heart? How do we jumpstart a heart, or how do we measure brain waves? It's because we are putting off electrical impulses, and it's all through nerves, and it's all through our cells, and we've been able to measure that since the 1800s. It's just that medicine has been focused on drugs and things like that that treat symptoms rather than like, hey, what about these? Very few people have studied this, how the nervous system actually works and how the body actually works. And Dr. Mikhail Hoff, I mean, he's my mentor. He's our mentor, right? And he's just amazing the way he explains things. And it's, to me, he's like, the future Einstein. Right now, people don't recognize it.
Yeah.
But I think 20 years from now, people look back and be like, bro, that dude was awesome. And then, and then everybody that thought we were, different will be like, oh man, these guys are the pioneers in this stuff, because that's how things work. It is exactly how it works.
Mm-hmm. So how right now, like everybody's worried about this pandemic, and so ANF is doing something they haven't done before and allowing us to provide protocols to people directly without like needing to interact with them. So how do these little discs help prevent or fight an infection? How is that working?
Well,
Like
the amazing
putting one of
thing,
these on.
yeah. Well, the amazing thing about them is that it's not the discs that's preventing it; it's your body, right? And unfortunately, medicine, the current state of medicine is, let's wait for a symptom and let's try to narrow down like the one thing, and that's not how our body works, right? And the way that the discs are working is they're just optimizing your body's own ability to function, right? So as for me, if I can optimize my immune system to not allow the virus to come in, or any virus or any bacteria, then I would rather do that and drink water and eat healthy and do all the things that maintain my health, because I only have one body, rather than like drink and smoke and do all the horrible things we do to our bodies, and then expect a drug or surgery to fix it. That is not how it works. So the way that right now with ANF care, I think it's just amazing, because we are able to optimize these people's immune system, which is the thing that's going to help protect us against anything that's out there. And at the current state, coronavirus, right? I'm not saying it's going to prevent it. I'm just saying protect us, right? So why not optimize what protects us rather than like buy toilet paper, right? Like why? What the hell is toilet paper going to do to help me? You know, just it's not, right? So so go ahead.
There's been stuff out there, right, that it's a novel virus, meaning like we don't have immunity to it. We've never been exposed to it. It's not like the common flu. But we're not saying with ANF that like you're immune to the virus. We're saying you're going to build your immune system up to prevent you from getting sick, or like as sick as you could get if you were just not healthy, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything out there at some point, our body was not used to it, right? We're an ecosystem, it wasn't exposed to it, but we had to get exposed for our bodies and our immune system, which is absolutely amazing. And when it's functioning at 100%, right? When the immune system and the frequency of our body is optimized, then it's very difficult for virus and bacteria to come in. They might come in and they might attack us, but our immune system takes care of it, right? That's what we get a fever. That's what we get our nose inflamed, because your body's trying to contain things and it's trying to raise the temperature and it's trying to trigger the immune response so that way your body can go to those invaders and destroy them. Then it says, okay, I'll remember this. That's our immunity. And then now you're immune. So with anything out there, it's always been like that, right? Unfortunately, as humans, we think that we can, somehow keep up with nature. Nature's been around for infinite or millions of years, and we've only been around for X amount of years. And we're thinking that within the next 200 to 500, years of medicine, we're going to figure it out. Nature is way ahead. So I would rather trust what's been working, and optimize and keep my ecosystem healthy to protect myself. And what the discs are doing is they're helping to optimize that, right? It optimizes the signals of how your body functions and how it communicates, so that way everything, all the guards up if it needs it, or we need more blood flow over here, or we need more white blood cells over there. Like that's how your immune system is working, and this is just how it is, and I mean that's how I would explain it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yep. And one of my favorite things about ANF, like it opened up to me as a physical therapist to be able to like help people with stress. If you're injured or it's just like an onslaught of emotions happening right now for everybody, right? Like we're stuck in our house, we're homeschooling our kids, we can't go to work, or we have to go to work and we're putting ourselves in danger. One of my favorite things with ANF is being able to help me manage stress in a way that doesn't include any medications, right?
Of course, yeah.
Which is awesome. But how does stress like affect you getting sick? That's my last question for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, when we're stressed, that is how your body is an ecosystem, and it has certain amount of resources, and it's going to put those resources based on whether it's either safe or in danger, right? If you have to fight or flight or in danger or you're stressed, then your body's going to use up resources to like be on the lookout for the tiger, right? It's going to make sure that it slows down or shuts down digestion. It's going to make sure that it kind of shuts down immunity, because these things require a lot of energy, a lot of resources. So the body's like, let me shut these down, or let me kind of taper these down, because I got to be ready for run, fight, whatever it is, right? But in our society, the tiger is always there, right? The boss or the person that the bad.
It's even worse right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Now everybody's freaking out because of Corona, right? And it's unfortunate, but if we're just more thankful, everybody that I've talked to, I don't care who you are, always says, I don't have time. Oh, I wish I had more time. Guess what? now you have it, right? Now
Yeah.
you have it. And yes, it's stressful. It's not like I'm not, you know, all of a sudden I haven't made any income in about a month, right?
Yeah.
but I'm taking action. I'm doing things that I got to do. But at the same time, I can't control Corona. I can't control what's going on there. I can control what I put in my body. I can control the sunshine that I get. I can appreciate the time with my family right now. I can be with my girls, with my wife, doing yard work, you know, fixing all the things you never had time to fix. So just take action and it'll all pass. Everything's going to pass. We're resilient as humans. But we need to trust ourselves again. And we need to stop trying to pretend that something else is going to fix us or that something else is going to keep us healthy, because it's really up to us. Nobody's force feeding you anything. Nobody's telling you to stay home and stressed out about things that don't exist, right? And build up anxiety for no reason, because it's here. And just focus on the time that you have, and read a book that you said you can read. You know, learn how to play guitar. I don't know. There's so many more options besides going to the store and buying up all the toilet paper.
Yeah. Turn off the news for a little bit and get outside.
Yeah. There's no reason to stress out. Stress is going to decrease your immune system's ability to protect you, period. When people ask me, well, show me the evidence. Well, it's out there. All right.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Put it on. Do your own self-study, and you'll see a difference. I've never put it on anyone that was open to it. Of course, people can just, I think, kind of shut everything down. But if someone's even mildly open to it, I've never had someone not have some kind of response to it.
No, exactly. And stress is something. It is the number one thing, basically, right? Let's say right now during coronavirus, you're stressed out, and guess what? You're decreasing your immune system's ability to protect you, right? Just like sometimes we look at, for example, athletes. Everybody has athletes way up here, right? They're like machines, but they also get sick. And when do they usually get sick? They're during end of the season, when they're under a lot of stress, or during championships, right?
Right when it ends.
Right, right where it ends, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're like fight. And they end up getting sick. I remember when I used to do triathlons a lot, and when I would train all the time, I never get sick. Then all of a sudden I'm training for triathlons, man, I'd always end up with sinus infections, or I always end up sick because I was just pushing my body all the time. I was stressing myself. Women and that overdo with exercise, what happens? They lose their ability to have babies, right? They stop menstruating. Why? Because the immune system, the body's saying, hey, listen, there's a lot of stress. Why would I build a life right now, right? So sometimes it just takes a little bit of just pausing and thinking for yourself, and just thinking about how your body actually works, and then things will make sense. It's really not that difficult. And all we're trying to do with ANF is restore your ability or your body's ability and your cells' ability to do what they're supposed to do. And like you said, we do have protocols that help you decrease that stress. It's just how it works.
Thank you so much. If anyone wants any more information, you can reach out to myself or Santi. I'll put our tags below, and you can reach out to us if you have any questions or you want to get your hands on any of these protocols. Happy to help you.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm helping out the company, so I'm distributing out of my house, believe it or not, because we're trying to help so many people. So if you know of any hospitals, or if you know of anybody that has a coronavirus, we really want to help. We really want to help these patients recover and protect them. And that is our vision and our mission right now, because it just has to get done, because we know that it's working. We know that it can optimize. We know that it can protect. So if you know anybody, just shoot us. Just let us know. I can put you directly with headquarters at some point, and see if we can get some help for these patients, especially in the hospitals that are overwhelmed and things like that. So it's not a joke, right? It works, and but just got to give us a chance. You got to give it a chance.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All righty. You're welcome. Bye.